Radio.
What's up, guys? Welcome to B Radio, the behind the music radio channel for artists on the rise. I'm your host, Christopher James. With me is Brooklyn-based rapper and performer KONCEPT, and that is Concept with a K. Here is he to share his inspirations and songs with us. What's up, man? Thanks for coming on.
No, thanks for having me.
So you were from Brooklyn. What brought you out to LA?
I'm out here recording. We're working on the new album and some shooting, some interviews. I'm here with you today.
Okay, very fun.
Beautiful place out in LA.
Nice. Where are you staying right now?
I'm staying at the Red Bull House up in Hollywood Hills. It's actually Justin Bieber's old house.
And then before Justin Bieber?
Before Bieber was Trey Songz.
He showed me a few pictures, which was really funny. One of your friends was recreating all of Justin Bieber's old pictures from that house, and they're spot on, which is great.
He's been trolling Bieber pretty hard.
We're gonna listen to your first song to start off, Aspirations. Give me a little bit of story behind that.
It's just what my aspirations are, where I want to be, what I work for, and where I plan to go.
Have your aspirations changed at all throughout the course of you doing music?
Since I've recorded that song, since that song came out, I've definitely achieved some of those goals, which is great. And every day is just reaching to go higher and
next
higher.
level.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go, guys. On B Radio is Aspirations.
It's the necessities of happiness. Preferably I'm traveling, the cash with me, rapping, a family and balancing. Life isn't money, but like the nicer things, which cost a bit of money, like how I like to drink. So think about it logically. A boat asking too much, flowing past with two buds. I won't crash if you trust our music enough. It's that true lick of love, but that green is the steaming, that fuel lifts us up. I just want to see Australia and Italy and Spain. See, New York is my home, but everybody needs a change. Meeting different faces and interest in places. See the way that they live and kicking it with they chicks. Ain't this the high life to take trips when I like? Days of expenses are paid with how I write. To pull thousands in and have them sing the words with me. It's only worth living if my living works with me.
If I ain't got it, then I don't need it. It's a beautiful tomorrow when I done seen it. Every day's a cookout, every night's a soiree. My eye on the honey and I'm looking to parlay. If I ain't got it, then I don't need it. It's a beautiful tomorrow when I done seen it. Every day's a cookout, every night's a soiree. My eye on the honey and I'm looking to parlay.
Never thought that I'd be ready, but I guess I'm ready enough. The one that is next to me help me get that love. See, I'm tired of... See, it's not just a lust, it's a family, a girl, it's the one that you trust. It's the one that likes to listen to the lyrics I kick. Not one just concerned with material. Understands a lover's plan, she ain't fearing it. When on the road, she's at home, she'll be steering the kids in directions to go. And when the pressure does grow, she understands, we'll get through it. In the end, we both know it's the good life, we should fight for a better place. So she lets me do my thing, but I still tell her to relate. See, doesn't give you that need or completion. Satisfied feeling, fall asleep on the beach when we're next to the crib, built in time from the ground up. Together it's the good life, and finally found us.
If I ain't got it, then I don't need it. It's a beautiful tomorrow when I done seen it. Every day's a cookout, every night's a soiree. My eye on the honey and I'm looking to parlay. If I ain't got it, then I don't need it. It's a beautiful tomorrow when I done seen it. Every day's a cookout, every night's a soiree. My eye on the honey and I'm looking to parlay.
See, I'm standing up at 23 to sit down at 32. A lot of dreams, a lot of plans, but still a lot of work to do. And that's cool if that tool that you use can fill up your heart, cause without it, the true blues will kill us. So what's most important is applause from my fan base. The presence of a genuine smile and a handshake. Better than accomplishment, achieving the gratitude. So breathing, eating, sleeping, even dreaming out these raps for you. When lights down, the mic sound can make me feel good again. And just when I thought that hard lifestyle wouldn't end. So knowing where I take it was encoded in my patience. Patience is the key that you need to keep chasing. Dreams to be creative, it feeds my means of making my life worthwhile, it is vital innovation. One goal, happiness, son, don't rap against. Magic is extravagant, good life I have to get.
If I ain't got it, then I don't need it. It's a beautiful tomorrow when I done seen it. Every day's a cookout, every night's a soiree. My eye on the honey and I'm looking to parlay. I feel like I could give it away and still be fine, and still be fine. I feel like I could give it away and still be fine, and still be fine.
What's up, guys? We are back, and that was Aspirations. That's pretty different from a lot of the songs that are on the radio right now. What are you doing to keep yourself original and different from a lot of the artists that are big right now?
I am just doing what I do and being myself and making the best possible music that I can without trying to be anybody else besides myself.
And you told me before you started music, you did graffiti.
I did.
Which I think is really funny.
That's actually where my name came from.
Yeah, your concept.
Yeah.
Did you do any like really big things?
Well, I grew up in Queens, and I used to go paint. My older brother was a graffiti artist, and my mom used to go out, and he would watch me. And my mom didn't know at the time, but he would take me out riding with him. And I was 7, and he was like 17 or something. Wow. So I used spray paint for the first time when I was like 7. And I wrote Concept. He told me to write Concept, and it's just been my name ever since.
Ever since? Is there a reason why you did it with a K?
My real name is Keith, so
okay.
the K comes from that.
That's really interesting. I like that. Give me your style of music.
My style is definitely hip-hop based, but I listen to everything from electronic music to rock to funk to everything, so to gospel. So my music is really just inspired by everything, but I rap, and I grew up listening to Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul and Nas and Wu-Tang. So it's hip hop, but it's infused with just what I'm inspired by and what I listen to.
Yeah. What do you do for your process of writing when you want to write a new piece?
It really depends. So, like for instance, we have the Concept and J57 Flight album. It's all produced by J57. Everything is sample free, and then me, on all the vocals. So what we did with that was, the album is my autobiography. We picked out all the beats first, basically made almost like a movie soundtrack.
Okay.
So I put everything together, all the beats from 1 to 13. There's 13 songs on the album. And then I wrote the album like a movie in order. So I knew from song 1 to song 2 how I rapped on song 1. Song 2 can't be the same in any capacity. The sound can't be the same. My delivery can't be the same. My voice can't even be the same. I really pride myself in what, as a fan even, I want to listen. I don't want to hear the same song or the same album over and over, so my process is really different. But with that, I wrote it all, from point A to point B, basically.
How long did it take you to do that? Because your album is done. It's going to be coming out pretty soon, right?
The album is done. I worked pretty fast in that, so we were on tour for a while. We picked out the beats before. In total, it probably took about 8 months from start to finish, but there was different processes of it. So like we picked out all the beats first, and then I went on tour, and while I'm on tour I never write. I just sort of like absorb everything, and I sort of hold it all so that like when I'm ready to write, it's just a whole different feeling,
the raw emotion,
a whole different place, I'll say, in my life. So with that album, we picked out all the beats, went on tour, came back, and I basically locked myself in a room for like a month and wrote the entire album. So there was a time where I was writing 2 songs a day. There was days where I wrote a few lines and, just sort of listened to the beat over and over. So. And
you, in the video interview, you said that you get a lot of your inspiration from like that pain that you feel, because that's such a real emotion. Was there an obstacle in your life that you've gone through that was pretty painful that really helped mold your writing?
I think in anybody's life, in everybody's life, there's different ways that people deal with pain or feel pain, whether it be, like for me, like my dad passed away, been in relationships that have been hard and get broken hearts. It's happened probably everybody, know. So it's all different forms. It really depends. And then again in the album, I talk about everything in my whole life. So there's definitely some pain being spoken about, but there's also lots of happy times being spoken about. Yeah. There's positives and negatives.
Watch the Sky Fall is the second song we're going to be listening to. What inspired you to write that?
Same sort of thing. Just, when you have difficult times and you have that pain, this was a time where you have to learn to deal with that pain and make the most of it and really turn it around and make it into something good.
Learn
so
from
Watch
it.
the Sky Fall is, basically when the sky falls, you need to catch it.
Nice. I like that. So here we go, guys, on B Radio is Watch the Sky Fall.
Nico. Marco Polo. KONCEPT.
The problems that you face not always easily determined. Need to read it for yourself before the reading of your sermon. Watch the sky fall, stuck in traffic, routes delayed. It's an eyesore, go and catch it, choose your lane. The problems that you face not always easily determined. Need to read it for yourself before the reading of your sermon. Watch the sky fall, stuck in traffic, routes delayed. It's an eyesore, go and catch it, choose your lane. They've been hassling you, them blue suits had you shackled and bruised. I'm happy I use new shoes, tracking my moves. And after I choose my wrath, every rapper will lose. I last laugh, cause fast I'm scrapping them too. You hurt, murder yourself, your worst burden for help. If seen in first person, be the first person to tell. Why isn't merch selling? Cause self is selling itself. So tell my first verse will be the first verse that you felt. If earth's burning in hell, the same place that your son was born in. 11, 13, the train leaves, I've been running for it. Mother had the daughter, leave the son-in-law. Love is torn, can't sew a button on. Depressing when there's someone gone. Hanging from a cliff with no rope and stone cold with no code. And so broke, stuck in this chokehold. And soap don't wash your hands and most of your soul sold. The low blows mean your girl up in your own home. The problems that you face not always easily determined. Need to read it for yourself before the reading of your sermon. Watch the sky fall, stuck in traffic, routes delayed. It's an eyesore, go and catch it, choose your lane. The problems that you face not always easily determined. Need to read it for yourself before the reading of your sermon. Watch the sky fall, stuck in traffic, routes delayed. It's an eyesore, go and catch it, choose your lane.
Royce 5'9", dealing with industry drama. The soul of my dead enemy sending me karma. While I'm trying to get around life's obstacles, I hop over my party, I rock and roll. Like Jimi Hendrix is sitting, writing my dreams. Playing the guitar in the key of life to my theme. Confetti and streamers, follow me as I pedal my beamer. Life is a party, I'm selling my soul. When I'm losing, I'm losing. When I'm winning, I'm losing. Too many that are burning in hell have been in my shoes and choosing success over life that infuse them. Struggling's an intrusion, a confusion. I've been bruising, the law's looking like a horseshoe. Wife divorce you, not a high life support you. I didn't know what I was serving to myself. Myself turned out to be the biggest hurdle in itself.
The problems that you face not always easily determined. Need to read it for yourself before the reading of your sermon. Watch the sky fall, stuck in traffic, routes delayed. It's an eyesore, go and catch it, choose your lane. The problems that you face not always easily determined. Need to read it for yourself before the reading of your sermon. Watch the sky fall, stuck in traffic, routes delayed. It's an eyesore, go and catch it, choose your lane. Choose your lane.
Something that I've always been really interested in, and I've never really been able to wrap my head around, is there's one thing about writing a song lyrically and just getting words on a piece of paper, but then composing them into a song with the beats and the melody and how fast it's going to go. How does that work? Does that just come naturally to you, or is it you have to kind of go through different types of melodies first to make sure that you get the right feeling for it? How do you do that?
I think that the beat plays a strong part of that. It's really all about the feeling of the beat and then sort of catching your flow or your rhythm over it. But also like for me when writing, I just sort of put the beat on and I hum melodies or hum like the flow or rhythm over the beat, and then I sort of think about what the beat is telling me and like what I'm feeling from the beat, like what sort of emotion, and then I sort of put the words behind that.
Okay, and then you just know after a certain amount of trials that, okay, this is it, let's record it and perfect it.
Yeah, exactly. So like for instance, really depends. I mean, sometimes I'll write it. Some verses I could write a verse sometimes in 10 minutes. Other times it'll take me 4 days.
Wow.
You know, it really depends on the circumstance. You know, sometimes I'm just really thinking. I've literally written some of my favorite verses in 5 minutes. Other times, like I said, it's taken
a
days,
while.
and it's like, or I'll record it and then I'll listen to it and be like, actually, I want to fix that line or I want to change that and go back and redo it.
So it is a long process. It's nothing
I'm a perfectionist.
Good, which I think is great to be a perfectionist when you're going to be putting out music for a whole bunch of people to hear. And then about like life on the road. You went on a 36-day tour.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was incredible. It was tiring, but I wouldn't change it for anything. I love being on the road. I love nothing more than performing and interacting with my fans and meeting the people that listen to my music. I mean, that's why I do this.
Yeah.
You know, to touch people and to reach an audience and to reach people and to move people. So there's no greater feeling than like getting to a city that I've never been to in my life and having a fan come up to me and tell me that, you know, this song or this album or this line has moved them or done this for them and helped them in this way. There's no other feeling.
It really makes like all those sleepless nights worth it.
Yeah.
Do you have any